Welcome back, everybody, and today I'm back with this product, which is a clock with no hands. It's called a word clock by Sharper Image. Let's see if it actually works in today's video, starting with the unboxing. Let's take a look at this Sharper Image word clock. I paid $27.64 for this. Currently has a 4.5 star rating on Amazon among over 5,000 reviews. USB power, some instructions, and the unit itself. Now, my first impression is a little bit smaller than I expected, but they claim that it's a light-up word clock that adds a touch of elegance to your home or office. They say it's inspired by word search puzzles. The time displays in 5-minute increments. They say it's a great gift idea, ideal for desks, nightstands, and wall displays. And most people on Amazon seem to like it. They like the idea of it, the function. They say it's a great conversation piece and easy to read at night. Some people online didn't like it. They said it was not accurate. Others said it would be nice to have a battery so you don't have to have a cord when you're mounting it on the wall. So I'm going to look these over and then we're gonna get started. All right, I've read over these pretty minimal instructions and I'm ready to get started. What's kind of funny here, it says it's not intended for children under 14 years of age. So sorry, Junior, you can't look at the clock. But anyways, on the side here, there are just 2 buttons and where you plug it in. That's pretty much it. Let's plug it in and see what we got. And it flashes and there we go. It says it is 12 o'clock. So let me just take a look at it. I mean, it is a bit cheap feeling. It is a bit, I mean, it's not of the highest quality materials, I have to say that. That doesn't mean it won't work, but I gotta point that out. So now we're powered on here. Let's go through these buttons here and see what we've got. If I just hit up one time, it says 12 o'clock. It is 5 minutes past 12, 10 minutes past 12, 15 minutes past 12, 20 past 12, 25 past 12, 30 past 12. So the instructions do state that the first half hour of the hour it's going to say past the hour, and then the second half hour it's going to say till the hour. So now we have it is 25 minutes to 1, 20 minutes to 1, 15 minutes to 1, 10 minutes to 1, 5 minutes to 1, and 1. All right, so I have right now, it says it's 10 minutes past 12. It's 10 minutes past 12. So I have it synced up with my phone, which should be quite accurate. So I'm gonna leave this plugged in and see how accurate this is after about 24 hours, but I got a few more things to test before then. Something else to point out, there's no daylight saving time because it's not connected to the internet in any way, so you're gonna have to change that manually, which is not a big deal because all you have to do is just press one of these buttons to adjust the time. Pretty easy. Let me turn these lights off and see how it looks in the dark. All right, so in the dark, that does look pretty nice. I tend to think maybe if you have it in your room when you're sleeping, it might be kind of bright, and there's no way to dim it, so that's a potential con as well. Cannot dim it. There are no color options either. Again, there's only 2 buttons for up and down on time. There's no color options. That would be a nice feature, but it is not to be. So the first thing I want to do for accuracy, besides leaving it on for 24 hours, is I'm going to see when it changes to 15 past, because my clock is right on the money. All right, my clock just hit 12:15, and it just hit 15. So it's right on the money as far as short term goes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back in maybe about 6 hours, then I'll come back tomorrow morning and I'll see how accurate it is then. But my first test is it changed almost immediately when my clock did, so that bodes well for it. A few minor complaints aside, I do like it. It looks nice. There's no sound to it whatsoever. Not that I expected one, but my Kaleido clock makes a ticking sound. So let me come back a little bit later today and see if it's still on par with my clock, and then we'll do the same thing tomorrow morning and see what else I can come up with. So I'll check back with you a little bit later. All right, it is almost 10 after 8. Let's see if both these clocks line up with this word clock. We have 8:09, 8:09, and this should switch to 8:10 right around the same time as these two. 8:10, 8:10, 8:10, wow. Very close. So in almost about 8 hours, it still seems accurate. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and check it one more time. But so far, it seems pretty accurate to me. All right, it's been almost 24 hours, and as far as I can tell, it's been completely accurate. I've been watching it compared to this clock, and it seems like as soon as this one changes, this one reflects the same change. So I know it's only 24 hours, but in one day, the accuracy is right there. I will, of course, use this long term and let you know in my update how accurate it is down the road, but after 24 hours, it seems pretty accurate. Something else to point out as well is they do have a place where you can mount it on the back, but once again, you have this cord to deal with, which was probably one of the biggest cons that I saw and people online. You have to deal with this cord if you want to mount it somewhere. But speaking of cons, let's talk about the pros and cons of this clock here. I would say the pros of this accurate, and it looks great. It's a very nice looking piece. Certainly a conversation piece when people come in and see this. It's simple to use, only 2 buttons. It's easy to read in the daytime and at night. And it's probably a good gift idea. There are cons though. First of all, it should be battery operated, or at least have an option to be battery operated so you can mount on the wall without having to deal with this. You know, you got to deal with this. It's also seems smaller than expected. I mean, the same size as my hand. You know, it's not that big. I would almost want one like twice the size. For people that are concerned about exact time, it only shows in 5-minute increments. It would probably benefit from a dimming function because it does seem kind of bright at night. Overall though, 28 bucks for this, I feel like that's a reasonable price, and it's something I'm going to continue to use. But that's all I've got. If you've tried a word clock like this, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.